How would you kind of rate this win after you guys was this? Because before the game you said you wanted a professional win. Did this meet that standard for you?
Not really defensively. I thought we wasn't physical enough. We wasn't in the bodies. I thought we got lost a lot with our bracket coverages. But that came from being off the bodies and not being physical. I thought the second unit came in the first half and gave us a lift. The physicality and kind of got us going. But overall, I thought that movement and us getting to the bodies and being physical, we didn't do a good job with that.
So with Norm and some of the ups and downs that he's gone through since coming back from injury, do you feel like it is just him finding his way again, or do you feel like it's a combination of that with him fitting in around kind of a fully healthy team for the first time all season?
I mean, well, like I said, Norm's done a great job, like I said, all year, just carrying his team offensively. And then, he got the injury. But it's not like just about Norm. Like, our team is playing better. Kawhi's playing better. James is playing better. Zoo. And so, we need Norm, in the biggest way. And so, like I said, just getting his touches, just getting his rhythm back, finding his flow in the offense. But he's very important to what we're doing. It has been all year, So when you're off for a month, it's going to take you a little time to get back in the flow of things, which I know he will. Like he did last game we're in Cleveland. He was huge and made some big shots for us in Orlando. So really not worried about Norm. He's going to be great. But like I said, it's just more so our team is playing better, and so everybody's like kind of distributing the shots.
Now, when you guys have 6 players in double figures, how important does that make you guys?
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime. Just when you're not playing really good offense and it looks nasty out there, and you still have 59 points at halftime, it's a sign of a decent team. But we know we got to clean up a few things and be better in that regard. But I thought overall, offensively we made the right play. They double teamed the post with Zoo and Kawhi. We made some good passes and good plays, had our spacing right, which we need to keep getting better with. But overall, I thought we did a decent job.
So it started the game with Kawhi Leonard, he was on Chris down, but not really on Chris. Chris got a chance to get shots, be aggressive. When teams are going to play like that, put a big on Chris, give him all the space. How do you want him to play? You want him to shoot at all of those open shots. You want him to drive. How do you tell Chris to proceed when guys are playing like you saw tonight?
It just depends on how the flow of the game goes. I think he shot 3 for 5 from 3, which is 60%. And so if we're gonna leave him open, he's gonna make those shots. Then we gotta just keep passing the ball. And so Chris understands the game, and if he's not making shots, he knows how to get to the next action. Throw it, comes to another pick, and now that man's in paint. So you got Kawhi, Norman James coming off, and they're gonna be open. So just playing the game, just reading the game. If he has a good flow and a good rhythm, shooting the basketball. If not, just get to the next action and then be ready to pop and shoot it again. So he understands that part. But I like his shot. Like I said, his team's gonna guard him like that. He has to be confident, step up and take those shots. And when he's knocking them down, we're a different team.
Coach, in that fourth quarter, New Orleans extended their defense, especially against the second unit, and it seemed like they sped you guys up, forcing turnovers. When you think about some of the teams tops the West, the OKCs, the Houstons who play physical defense, they pick up 94 feet. How does things like that help prepare you guys for some of those teams top the West, given that you guys do make the playoffs?
Yeah, it's definitely good for us to understand how we got to play, how we got to escape, the ball pressure. And like I said, especially with that second unit, if James or KD's not on the floor, you don't have a traditional point guard on the floor. So just having different ball handlers, understand what we want to run and what we want to get into offensively. We just got to do a better job with that.
Coach, in the era where there's so much emphasis predicated upon the volume of three-point shooting, your team is a band of misfits, ranking in the top 5 in shots taken and made from the 10 to 16 foot area. Can you talk to me about the value of the mid-range and how it enhances and opens things up for your offense?
Yeah, I think you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And now in the last 7, 8, 9 years, teams have been going to the deep drop, which is allowing guys to be able to get to the mid-range, pull up 2-point shot. And so why not master what teams are giving up? And so like I said, our team does a good job of just taking what the defense gives us. We can take threes, but we do have some good mid-range shooters as well. So you can't just be 3 or rim. It just doesn't work that way. So you got to take what the defense gives you. And like I said, we do a good job of mixing it up.
That's fine.
Hey, Coach, just how privileged do you feel just having a team where you can play 10, go 10 deep this late in the season where a lot of teams have already got to their 8-man, 9-man rotation? Just how privileged do you feel?
I feel really privileged. We have a good team. Like I said, a lot of guys deserve to play, but you can't play, 13, 14 guys. And so it takes a lot of sacrifice. We cut our rotation down to 9, and so, with Amir being out, we just, like I said, we're at 9 right now. And so I think guys get into a better rhythm, they get more minutes, and then you can also, mess with the rotations a little bit when you're playing 9 guys. So we know going to the playoffs, you want to have a set 9, and then you got to go 8, you got to go 8. But right now, I'm pretty confident where we're at. Thank you.
Guys, one thing I figure is how much more do they think you guys are really dangerous?
It means we're getting the ball around. It means, guys are making shots and we're playing for each other. Anytime we can get that type of, productivity from, numerous of guys, it makes the game a lot easier for all of us. So, obviously, New Orleans is shorthanded, very shorthanded, and, it wasn't about them, it's about us.
How tough are these games? Coming back, first game back at home.
Very tough, no matter who you play. Come from a long road trip, going for, over a week. So no matter who we played, it was going to be a tough game. We knew that. So just the whole thing point was just trying to get the win, and we did that.
I feel like we ask for this all the time, but here we go again. 6 games left. How much are you paying attention to the standings? Where you guys are?
Everybody is. Okay. But, I think we control our own destiny. You know what I mean? So, and, we just want to be playing well no matter who, we're playing against. So, obviously it's going to work out how it works out. But for us, it's just playing well and control what we can control.
James, I think no one would have faulted you if you want to take a game or two out after an ankle sprain, but you haven't. You've just been playing, doesn't look like you missed a step. What is it about you and just being out there that you were just committed to it no matter what?
Just another game of basketball. Obviously, like, the ankle did hurt, and it wasn't my ankle, it was my foot. So I got very flat feet, so it was my foot, but I had 2 days to kind of, do round clock treatment, and these games are very, very important, for us to be able to, be in a position to make the playoffs and have a good run. So every game counts.
You guys made a nice little push today for Zoo with the shirts, the pronunciation, defensive player of the year. What can you just say about that and what he's meant for you guys?
He deserves it, man. He's done a lot. He's played. I think he's only missed, knock on wood, 2 games so far this year, which is very, very, big time. He's done an unbelievable job. I don't know the correct number. I think we top 5 in defense. You know what I mean? So, and he's a big part of that. He's the anchor of our defense. So, yeah, I don't think he deserves, or I don't think he gets a lot of credit. And he's been having an unbelievable season on both ends of the ball. So, yeah, his name should be, but he doesn't talk a lot. He's not gonna go out there and campaign for himself. He's gonna go out there and just do his job. And he deserves a lot of recognition for defensive player of the year.
Hey, James, ever since you joined the group last year, Zoo's credited you a lot for just being able to establish that 2-man game.
Yep.
And what do you think has gone into that?
Communication, time, elite playmaking. You know what I mean? Like, if it was Joe Blow out there passing to the Zoo, it's easy. You know what I mean? But I've been grateful and blessed to be, in this league for a long time and has made a lot of big man, money, has been able to, play with different types of big men, whether it's a live threat or, guys who aren't live threats. So just constant communication. He's done an unbelievable job of listening. That's the most important thing. He listens, and then obviously him working on his own game and getting better is a key as well.
James, coming off of this road trip, where would you put the chemistry and togetherness that this team has developed over the year? Where would you put that in comparison to other teams you've been on?
Say it again?
The chemistry, the togetherness that you guys have, especially coming off this road trip, going into, playoffs. Like, where would you put that in comparison to other teams that you've been on?
I don't know about comparison to the team, but I just know our chemistry is very, very good. Obviously since, we made first Kawhi getting back and in the trade, it's been 30-some games, 40, if that. So, the chemistry is exactly where it needs to be. It's only going to continue to get better. I think that road trip helped us out a lot. And now we get back home and, we do our thing at home. But, I won't compare it to, it's hard to compare it to any other team just because, it's a different situation. But it's where it needs to be.
You mentioned what you've been able to do for other bigs in your career, and now what you've been able to develop with Z. Do you feel like that's an underrated / underappreciated element, not just Jordan Reed, but point guards in general, what they're able to do?
Yeah, but a lot of there's certain point guards. Like certain point guards aren't able to. Something that like it's elite. It's elite point guards that make guys better. So I mean, it's the game. Like it's their job. You know what I mean? To run the offense, to get guys in their spots, and to make the teammates better. So I mean, I don't think it's unappreciated. I think it's just what they're supposed to be doing. And if you do it at the highest level and continue to make guys better, no matter where you are, what team you're on, or what type of big it is, then that person deserves a lot of credit. And there's a lot of guys that's in this league that have done that and will have done that. Look at somebody like Luka who's done that. So you got to be special.
James.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
How tough can these first games back at home after a long road trip be?
That could be tough. Even the second one coming up. After being on the road, especially a 10 o'clock game on the East Coast, kind of get adjusted to the time. But yeah, you got to be big boys and come out and play.
But James was talking about Zoo's evolution. Obviously, you guys have the shirts today with Zoo promoting him for Defensive Player of the Year and everything. Just what can you say about his development year over year, and especially what we've seen out of him this year?
He's been great on both sides of the ball. We made the shirts for a reason. He's been protecting the paint, getting rebounds, and pretty much doing a good job on their bigs in one-on-one situations. So it's well deserved, and you see his hard work, being played on the court.
He showed some of the footwork today with the spin move, the hook shot. He said he's got a lot more in the bag. He just hasn't had a chance to show it. Anything you can say to him to get him to show more of that?
He'll probably show it once he starts getting more touches. But it's one in basketball. A lot of people, do a lot more on the court or be, I guess a little more flamboyant with their skills and moves. But, he has a mindset of winning and, making sure the ball gets in the basket.
I feel like there was a moment in the third quarter where you and James kind of had to get on the same page defensively. What's it like when you and whether it's a disagreement or just need to get on the same page, in the moment? What's that like? What's that been like developing that over the last year or so?
It's needed. We had exchanges. That's not the only exchange that we had in today's game or throughout the whole year. So it's about what we're doing and what we're not executing. And we have words for each other there. This is for me basketball. It's chemistry. It's knowing that your brother got your back.
You've played with a lot of stars. Is he unique in that way, where it feels like you guys can go at each other if need be? Is that typical for other stars, or is that something you guys have built up?
I think it's been pretty transparent since he's been here. I haven't seen any stars who don't want to get better or coached or be told what they're doing wrong or what they're doing well. So it was a thing that we all needed to do. It's good for the team, our teammates to see it. Like I said, because it just wasn't for us, it's for everybody.
James and Zoo have mentioned that at this point in the season, everyone's standing watching the opposing teams a little bit. Obviously, you focus on your own team, but do you catch yourself looking at where other teams might be in the standings, who they're facing?
They do enough for me. I do watch games, but for me, it's winning is whoever you put in front of you. So whoever it is, you got to beat them to win the ultimate goal.
So they'll let you know in the group chat if someone
Yeah,
wants
for
them.
sure. Or when I walk in here and they'll tell me what went down or what happened.
Squad.
Thanks,
Squad.
Nice to come. Walk into the facility, player staff, coaches,
In all seriousness, reflecting on your career getting to this point now, what does it mean to be a legitimate contender for not just Defensive Player of the Year, but plenty of awards this year?
Thanks a lot. Didn't win many awards during my career, so means a lot just to be in that conversation. So really happy to be here.
James says part of the reason why they want to do this because you're not the type of guy to advocate for yourself, and they want to do it for you. But if you were to make a case for yourself, and just what do you think this season says about your candidacy? Not like what Lauren said, not just for Defensive Player of the Year, but for other awards as well.
I don't know. That's your guy's job. I don't want to talk about myself.
I tried.
You said you tweet it out.
So you had I think a play there where you kind of showed off the footwork, kind of spinning back and forth, like a hook shot. Just what can you say about that developmental skill set development over time? I think people might expect development early in a career. Some people take a little bit longer. Like, what can you say about that part of your game?
That's not something I learned past summer. I had that my whole life. It was a matter of opportunity, confidence. So you got a few more things that I'm not showing, but we'll see.
What are you holding back for?
Next year. Can't show everything the same year.
What are you waiting for?
I'm talking threes?
Slow down. Just talking about it. I'll be better next year.
As you guys wind down the season here, a lot of the games at home. I know you said you watch the standings and everything, but how much are you also kind of just focused on making sure that you guys as a team, not individual stats or individual kind of accolades, but just playing the right way heading into the postseason?
It's a good thing. I think we've been playing the right way lately, and we've been really locked in defensively. Just the level of how everyone is locked in, how everyone is in strength, everyone's playing together, covering each other on defense. It's been next higher level than we used to play earlier in this year. So, guys, everyone has a right mindset. Everyone's focused on us, getting on us. That's it.
How tough is the first game back at home after a long road trip?
Tough. I was so tired tonight. I'm glad we got a win. It was Pelicans too, so always, a little harder than against other teams, but we got to win, man. But it's definitely going back for that long road trip, that first game back. It can be tough.
I know you said the Pelicans, but is that something you guys are cognizant of? It's just
for sure. It's every time I see Pelicans on the schedule. But we got one. So I'm sure the next one might probably be easier. It's not Pelicans.
So Tyler's praising the defense, just how much you're doing so many different things, whether it's blocking shots or switching or blitzing or drop. What goes into being able to master all those different things?
Just I don't know. So I think just reading the defense, being ahead of the play, reading who's setting the pick, who's running the ball, who got it going, who we got to blitz. If they got it going, sometimes you got to speed roll. Like tonight, you got to be in a deep drop. But it's all about being able to do multiple things and have multiple options on defense and also to adjust. So it's been a long process for me throughout the career, to adjust and not picking real defense. But I feel like no matter who I'm going against, whatever they throw, small ball, bigs, playing post or shooting bigs, whatever it is, I feel like just communicating, being able to adjust, and having read the play before it happens helps a lot. And I feel like I could play against anyone.
Zoo, there's 4 Croatian players active in the NBA. 3 of you were on the court tonight. Sarge, Dario,
who was the third one?
Makovic,
Yeah.
Bowie. Oh no, there's a 4th. I'm sorry, I forgot the 4th one.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
See, it's confusing for me too.
Anymore.
No, the active list showed 4.
Well, he's not in the roster anymore.
So sharing the floor with Carlo then tonight.
Yeah. Bogdan is gonna love that you call him Croatian.
I'll do it later.
As a proud Serbian, he's gonna be very happy.
Can't wait.
Post this everywhere.
No, it's special. You know, it's a small country. It's less than 4 million people in our country, and just being able to go against another Croatian, it's always special. There are a lot of us in the league, and just special. Small country, man. It's a different level of being proud.
Thanks, Sue.
Appreciate it.
Soccer.